Peter held the bucket as Brita tossed in leaves of parsley in the vegetable garden. Every time he saw green leaves disappear into the bucket, he felt relief and guilt. The vial from Dr. Ordolf sat 3/4 empty in his pocket. Brita said, "It wasn't Abel's fault. No one noticed the mushrooms were bad until a serving girl pulled one from a plate." "What happened to him?" Hugh asked. Brita frowned. "I tried to cover for him. I did my best. I even almost fooled Wittek. But it was no use. Abel was whipped bloody. They said he left the castle, but no one saw him leave." "A knight died," Peter said. "Someone had to take the blame." Brita snorted smoke, and her eyes lit afire. Peter gulped and recoiled. "I didn't say Abel deserved it. That's what happens." She said, "Maybe that's why Brother Ullman is so popular." "Who?" Peter thought. Brita continued, "When you're a knight, you better make sure you protect the small folk in your castle." "Well, keep cooking the way you do, and I'll make sure of it." Brita smiled weakly and whacked Hugh's hand away. "Not that one. It's not ready yet. See the coloration?" "But the green is darker than the others. Wouldn't that mean—" Brita cut him off. "It's getting colder, that's why." Brita, her voice sharp as a sword's edge. "I'd think I'd know more about basil than you." "Hugh, I think Sir Leo needs you for that, help with the saddle polishing today." Hugh blinked and nodded. "Right. I'll be off then, I suppose. Have a lovely day, Brita. Peter, I'll see you at supper." Hugh sauntered off. Peter mumbled, "He's driving me crazy. He follows me around all day." Brita tossed some more leaves into her bucket. "He can be a little much, but maybe. How long has he been here? 2 months? Something like that. He started squiring with me for Sir Daniel a couple of weeks ago. He keeps going on and on about how great Leon is." "Brita! Who is that with you?" Wittek stormed into the garden. He saw Peter and bowed. Apologies, my lord. May I ask for the meaning of your presence?" Brita responded, "He's helping me, by orders of Father Hemlin, learning about herbs and gardening." Of course, that was a lie. Peter was skipping his letters with Father Hemlin. Wittek would tell on them if he knew the truth. Wittek growled. "Fine, the chives are looking yellow." He stormed away, and Peter and Brita could barely contain their laughter. Peter said, "I have to leave anyway. I'm going with my father to Iseneisen. A gardener named Hans died. He was hired by my father, so we're going to go speak to his widow." Brita smiled and threw some parsley into her bucket. "Well, that's kind of you. She should appreciate that." She frowned. What if his wife gives you the cough?" "Brita, there isn't anything to worry about. Dr. Ordolf assured us. It's just a winter's chill, that's all." He set her bucket down for her. "Besides, I'm going to be a knight one day. I need to practice doing my duties to the small folk, protecting widows and children and providing for them." Brita smiled. "See you at supper, then. Try not to fall off the mountain." Peter bid her farewell and walked towards a group of horses and men-at-arms. The midday sun hung behind the gray clouds. Peter was on a horse, and behind his father and Pax. Behind him was Dr. Ordolf, an assistant named Brawls, and 2 other members of the Oberlin Guard, and 2 other members of the Robinschad's Guard. Peter didn't know these 2 very well, but their names were Stephen and Marcus. Mark, maybe? They rode along the Lance Road, passing the smithy. Peter peered into the doorway and saw a tall, widely built boy a year older. Rex wiped his brow and spotted Peter. He waved and threw a piece of cold charcoal at Peter. Rex was the first friend Peter made when he came to the Skullholdt. They used to play with sticks as if they were swords. Sir Belbeal laughed next to Max, an England houseguard. The contrast was comical. Sir Belbeal had wavy golden hair and green eyes. He looked the perfect image of a valiant German knight from the songs. Max had short black hair and a bald patch. His beard was patchy and a double chin poked from his gorget. Ordulf whispered over the sound of hooves. "How has my cerium been working, my lord?" The vial was in his pocket. Peter hadn't taken any since this morning. Should he now? Peter forced a smile. Sir Elroy's purple face flashed in his mind. "Perfectly, Doctor." "Peter, come closer." Peter pushed his bronze-colored horse into a quicker trot, so he rode next to his father. The Lord Steward leaned in close. "I'm proud you wanted to come, Peter," his father said. His eyes were clear and his breath was that of tea. "Why are we giving the news to his family directly?" Peter filled with the collar around his shirt sleeve. "Because Hans worked for our house. To show his service was appreciated and that he will be missed. We will offer our condolences to his family." That's basically what Father Hamlin said earlier. Lord Frederick smiled under his mustache. "I'm not sure who you're quoting, but that's the basic reason. Yes, if someone works for us, we have obligations to them." They rounded a part of the road that many travelers found themselves falling off the cliff. He thought of Brida's warning. All the green trees and grass. Peter's father took Peter's reins. The squire rolled his eyes. He was more than capable of rounding the mountainside. "I have obligations to you, Peter, and you to me. We all have obligations and oaths. That is how our world works. When we do not honor our oaths and duties, we get chaos." Lord Frederick let go of the reins, and the horse's footing shuffled. Peter felt like he might fall. The treetops below seemed to be pointing his way. The reins were taken again. If we fail the common folk, they can fail us. That is why commoners stay with us. They trust us. Understand, Peter? Peter nodded. He turned around to see Dr. Ordulf. The doctor made no response Peter could notice. "That is what I've been trying to teach you, Peter. Responsibility. You will not be the Baron, but you will be a knight in your brother's service one day. You should be reciting your knight's oaths every day." Peter let go of the vial. Was he being responsible by suppressing his visions if they could save someone? The trees below him were very green. An ocean of green. An ocean that was threatening to smother him. A horse reared back. Its mane burst into flame. Its scream was deafening. Silver stars shot across the sky. Now Peter really was hanging off the edge. His father and Pax both forcing the reins back and his horse from falling. "Peter!" his father roared. "Careful, son. Pay attention." "Daydream when we're on the ground, my lord," Pax added. "Plenty of time to think about maidens when the birds are above us.